Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little bit of a fun video. I'm gonna be telling you guys my experience with working for Forever 21. This video is something that I've said that I've wanted to record ever since I started YouTube. The reason why I haven't recorded it, to be honest, is because I really don't want to offend anyone that may still work for the company. I actually still know a lot of people, a lot of good friends that work for the company. This is, in all honesty, just my own experience with working for Forever 21. So before I get into this video, I just want to really put out there as a disclaimer, if I say anything that may offend you, I do apologize, but it is, again, my truth, my experience, what I went through within the 8 years that I worked for Forever 21. So if I offend anyone, I apologize, but if you don't want to watch it, don't watch this video. But for those of you who want to know all of the tea about Forever 21, please keep watching. But you guys, to kick off this video, let me just start by saying I worked for Forever 21 for 8 long years. It was my first job, fresh out of high school. It was the first job that hired me, to be honest. I applied, I did a group interview, and yeah, they ended up choosing like all of us from the group interview, and that's just already says enough about Forever 21. Literally, it was crazy because I remember when I was first applying, I was so nervous. Mind you, I was 18 at the time, and I just remember thinking, like, what do I say? Like, what do I wear? Like, you know, and I really did well for my interview. I remember it was me and this other girl that were just kind of going like toe to toe, trying to like outshine one another, when realistically they hired probably 6 of the 8 people that were in that group interview. But yeah, with Forever 21, it was honestly, for the most part, it was a good experience. I really did enjoy the company. Obviously, I was there for 8 years. I know Forever 21 does have a very, 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 very bad reputation when it comes to poor management, bad pay raises, bad, you know, just the company just has a very bad reputation, with good reason. But I will say this, the company is not bad itself. The company has very bad people in very high positions. So in 8 years working at 8+ locations, also supporting stores from, you know, out of, you know, my own kind of like region, yeah, I got to experience a lot. I've worked with so many people. So for Forever 21, I started off as an associate. You know, I started making my first pay rate when I first started back in 2011. I was making $8 an hour. Yeah, $8 an hour. That's what the minimum wage was back then. And I remember when I first got my first promotion, I was very interested in visual merchandising. I would see the merchandisers work, and, you know, they saw that I would dress cute-ish, and they kind of requested me to work with them, and I would work with them hand in hand. And I remember thinking that they were like God's gift to earth. I'm not even kidding. I remember looking at the merchandiser and thinking, man, I want their job. Oh my God, I want to be just like them. And yeah, so they requested me, and I, to make a long story short, ended up doing really, really well and got promoted within a matter of a couple weeks, you know. And my first pay increase, you guys, was $2 for Forever 21. Actually, that is pretty good. $2 for a pay raise, when in reality they give associates 11 cents of a pay raise. 11 cents is, I remember that was one of my first pay increases when I was an associate. So I was making $8.11, literally. That was the Forever 21 mentality when it came to pay raises. So for me, when things started to get a little different and kind of bad in the workplace, was when I had someone above me that disliked me. And it's really sad, you guys, because it's sad when you as an employee literally work your ass off, like ass off. And I still do. I still am a very hard worker, and I pride myself in that. But back then, me being little 18-year-old, 19-year-old me, you know, hustling, kicking my own ass every day, working my ass off for a company that truly did not give 2 shits about me, and for a store, a management team that also didn't give 2 shits about me. It's really disheartening at that age to you know, be treated so poorly. I'm not gonna name any names. If you guys worked with me at Forever 21 or can put two and two together, I'm sure you guys could think of the people that I may refer to in this video. But yeah, it was very sad. I remember at a certain point, again, the management team at my store didn't like me. It kind of trickled down from the very top to the bottom, and it was very fucking lame. It's really sad that when people get these management roles, they literally take it to the fucking dome and think that they are fucking God up in that bitch and have this fucking stick up their ass all the time and make these pussy ass fucking remarks towards their associates. And you guys, I heard the worst of the worst. I remember a manager that I had saying that I remember one time this manager and this other manager, these two fuckers that just were these rotten people, I remember me going up to them and just asking them a question like, hey, I don't know what the fuck I asked, but I do remember exactly what the manager said about another associate. He said, and I quote, he goes, "Ew, why would so-and-so want to date him? He looks like he has all these kinds of STDs." Literally. Those exact words. And I remember just looking at him, and I didn't laugh. The other bitch laughed. His bestie, the other manager, they laughed. Mind you, we're out on the sales floor on a busy night. I remember it was really busy. And then once he said it, he looked at me and goes, "Oh my God, I promise you, I didn't mean that." And just laughed. And I was like, first of all, I knew the people, and as much as I wanted to go and tell them, I don't think I did. I think I told other people. It might have got to them, but that's one of many things that this fuckhead said all the time. Mind you, in that building, I had the biggest target on my back. Again, the management team did not like me. Won't say what store that was, but I was the least of their worries, you guys. And I'm gonna be very candid and very open about what I'm gonna say right now. In the store that I worked in, where all of this bullshit was going on, there was people having sex in the break room. There was people doing things in the fitting rooms, in just garbage workers that literally got away with fucking murder in there. But yet they had this target on my back, and it was just disgusting. And those people stuck around for so long, and it just got down to like people talking bad about me, people spreading rumors about me. And with me, you guys, like, I've said before, I'm not a very confrontational person. I don't like to start fights for no reason, but I will never let anyone punk me, ever. So if I hear someone talking bad about me, I'm gonna confront them and I'm gonna set them straight. And I did it a couple times, and it led to like I was becoming this person that was bullying certain people when they were the one that started talking about me, and then they go cry to someone else. It was fucking lame. And that's just one story, you guys, and that was from when I was around 18 to 20. Soon after, of course, I get booted out of that store into another fucking shithole of a store. And yeah, I was there for a year or two. I don't really remember. But then after that, I kind of just bounced back and forth from stores with good reason. I mean, the first store that I left was I basically got kicked out, and then every other store was because of a promotion, which I was very proud of. So the one person that I will say that I truly do admire, that I worked with for all of the years that I was at Forever 21, was my district manager. She was great. I mean, she really did appreciate me. There was times where I tried to leave the company, and this is another thing, you guys. There was one time, again, I was a visual merchandiser. My next goal was to get to the next level, which would be a visual merchandising manager. After that, my goal was to get into corporate and just kind of, just keep growing with the company. So when the opportunity came for me to get promoted, I definitely felt like I was more than qualified. I had so many years under my belt. This is 2015, 2016 now. And I honestly just kept getting passed up by so many other people, so many fucking awful people. There was times where I remember there would be a position open and I would hear that so-and-so would get it. People that I knew personally, people that I worked with, that I would just sit there and like literally think like, how did this person get that position before me? That happened more times than I can count. And finally I said, like, I'm stuck in a place where I'm not happy with the company. I'm not growing. I don't think I'm gonna grow. Obviously they don't see me the way I see myself. So with that, I started venturing out to other possibilities, and I was actually recruited by Zara, and I ended up pursuing it. So long story short, I ended up getting the job at Zara, and Zara was gonna pay me maybe $3 more, if I remember correctly, maybe $3 more than I was making at Forever. And I said, fuck it, I'll start with a new company, start from the bottom, work my way up. I'll be making more money, and yeah, that'll be it. So once Forever found out that I was going to leave, obviously they flipped their shit, and ultimately it led led to them paying me $6 more than what I was making initially, just to stay with the company. And for me, what was annoying was the fact that it took me to want to quit for them to give me what I wanted for so long. The reason why I ended up leaving, and this is when it gets good, this is when it gets real good. I feel like with what I'm about to say, it will definitely benefit some of you guys if you guys want what I wanted back in the day. So again, going back to my long-term goal with the company. You know, I was a visual manager for a couple years now. My next goal was to become part of the corporate team, part of the merchandising corporate team. I had worked with them plenty of times and I knew a lot of them personally. So yeah, when the opportunity came for me to get interviewed, for me to potentially be part of their team, yeah, this is where it gets sad. So when the opportunity came, I remember one of my friends that I worked with for a very long time that was part of the corporate visual merchandising team, she reached out to me and said, hey, there's an opening, I think you'd be great for it, send me your resume. She was super supportive, and so she reached out to me. She said, hey, again, there's an opening, we think you'd be a great fit. We actually have a new manager above us, so it would be great for you to start off on a clean slate. So I was excited. I'm like, hell yeah, like let's do it. Let's do it. I like, this is what I want so badly. So I brought this up to my direct boss, and I remember bringing it to her attention and telling her, hey, like this is something that I really want. And then initially she was very supportive, and then when the opportunity came for me to actually get interviewed, when that process started to actually, you know, possibly happen, we spoke. And I remember her telling me, it first started off, we had multiple conversations, but she told me, she said, if you were to go from what you're doing now to working for the corporate offices, you would need to take a drastic pay cut. Yeah. So basically I would have to take a step back just to take a step forward, was what I heard. And that alone was just like a shot to the heart. I'm like, why in the hell would anyone be stupid enough to have worked 8 years with a company to let what they've worked so hard for, let that just go because you want to grow with the company? It made no sense. Already that was a red flag, and I had made up my mind by that point. I'm like, no, I am definitely not taking a pay cut. Like, no, I'm not an idiot. So as the conversation proceeded, she then goes to tell me, she says, basically said, she's like, there's a lot of people that I would put before you for this position. Straight up, basically saying like, you know, you can apply, but I'm gonna make sure that so-and-so gets it before you do. A fucking joke. So that was the end of that. That was the end of me wanting to pursue, you know, a corporate position. It wasn't gonna happen, at least not with this company. After that conversation, and after just finding out that basically I had reached the height of my career with Forever 21, that's when I said, you know, why am I still here? Why am I killing myself for a company? So finally, I just decided to go elsewhere and left finally after 8 years. When I tell you, leaving that company was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. It took me forever to do so, but once I did do it, I was so happy. Literally, guys, Forever 21 consumes your life. The more you grow with the company, the more you are miserable. Like, you guys, I've had store managers that were above me. Again, like I've had really rotten ones, but I've had some that literally just come to work and they are angry. They're so angry at the world, like angry at everybody. And that's not how your job should be. You should not go into work stressed out and stressing your people out. That's not how it should be. I remember I had this one boss, this one woman that would come into work flipping chairs, grabbing her keys, throwing them at the wall. I remember one time she fucking had me so fucked up to the point where I confronted this woman and we were literally both in tears. Not because I was sad. I wasn't sad. I was pissed. I was so angry that someone that age, my mama's age, in that role can be so fucking immature. Like, how do you leave your job and get into your car after a long workday and just sit there and say, I am really this fucking person that just makes everyone's life a living hell? And you guys, when I tell you of all of the store managers that I had, I could probably count in my hand 5 that were truly professional, truly a pleasure to work with. Other than that, it's just, and that's the thing about Forever 21, you guys, like You do not need to be overly qualified to get a set of keys in that bitch. And that's another thing. I think that's another reason for the company's downfall, is giving people who are not qualified jobs that require so much knowledge and so much leadership skills and all of that. And when I tell you guys, like, and I saw this firsthand so many times, I remember, like, because an associate can open 10 credit cards in a week, make them a manager. They're great. They'll do good with customers. They'll know how to close a store down. They'll know how to lead a team. Make them a manager. Give them keys. And I couldn't stand that shit. And it was everywhere. And that's like, it was so hard for me to get along with so many of the managers, because they're promoting all of these fucking kids in the store, like 19, 20-year-olds that have no fucking experience, just giving them a set of keys. Oh, you can be a lead. You can be a key holder. Oh, tell me the company policy. Oh, you got it. Don't worry. Like, fucking mess. And for me, I promised myself as a manager to this day for a different company, I never like to take my personal life to work. There are times where obviously, you know, you may be down, you know, you may not be having the best day, but no one else should suffer because you are not happy. You have to be mentally strong to lead a store. And another thing that I will say with Forever 21, you guys, when it comes to pay, to salary, to pay increases, I really just want to kind of touch base on that one more time, because people really need to learn how to negotiate their money, their pay, their salary with the person who is handling that. Do not ever think it's okay for you to get a 30-cent raise when you're getting a set of keys, when you're going to be handling the store funds, when you're going to be closing the store down, when you're going to be leading every fucking associate. Don't ever settle for a dollar even. You're getting promoted, there's a dollar. You're gonna drive 30 more miles for us? $2. Fuck no. Fuck no. Never. When I tell you guys, every time they try to do that stupid shit with me, talk about, we're gonna make you drive an extra 30 miles, but give you a dollar of a raise. Denied it, denied it, denied it. Why am I gonna do you guys a favor? Put the miles on my car, waste the gas for a dollar? No. So please, you guys, if you guys work for Forever 21 or any other company, negotiate your salary. In conclusion, the best thing that came from working for Forever 21 was honestly making the best of the best friends. I truly, honestly, to God, have made best friends for a lifetime working for this company. People that I care about so much, and people that will remain in my life forever. And at the end of the day, I am very grateful for the people that really did help build me, even with all of the toxic people that I came across during my 8 years. I really am grateful for the people that I built great relationships with and that really did care about me. I hope the company is better now. I've heard just from the people that I still know personally that work for the company that there have been a lot of great changes and that things are going better. So I'm very happy in that sense, and I just hope that the company truly does learn how to appreciate their employees. So I will end it on that note, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I didn't offend anyone. Again, this is just my story. If you guys worked with the company, you guys probably had an amazing experience, but I'm sure there are some of you who probably had an even worse experience than I did. So if you guys please want to weigh in, please let me know your thoughts on this video. If you worked for the company, please let me know if you agree. If you guys aren't already subscribed to my channel, please do so now. Like this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.